Well, it's not all bad, I guess. As you may remember from my previous list, I have played some utter garbage in my gaming career. However, not every game I played is terrible, and next year is likely going to bring in plenty more great games to add to my library. While I looked back at the past with an annoying expression during my first video, now I think I should look forward to the games of the future with my top 10 hype games of 2017. Of course, there won't be franchise rules to play again. However, for this list, I'm also excluding remakes of past games like Dragon Quest VIII, Zodiac Age, and Insane Trilogy. With that said, no more delaying. Time to ignite my flames. As I stated in my previous video, one of my all-time favorite consoles is the first PlayStation. As I'm sure you can guess, this means that I have also gotten some of the other consoles in the PlayStation lineup as well. One PlayStation game that has caught my attention as of late is the recently released Gravity Rush. While I haven't played Gravity Rush yet, the gameplay and trailers I have seen for the game have got me really excited to try the game out. If I can even find a copy, that is! Well, at least the sequel should be just as promising. Gravity Rush 2 picks up right where Gravity Rush 1 left off. After the new weapons incident, Kat, alongside with her friends Raven and Sid, investigate a strange gravity disturbance, but end up sucked into a gravitational whirlpool, which takes them to the strange mining settlement of Bonga Village. For the most part, gameplay will be the same as before, but now Kat can choose from 3 gravitational cells. Her initial gravity pull from Gravity Rush 1, Lunar, which makes it lighter and lets her travel faster, and Jupiter, which makes her heavier and increases the impact of her attacks. This game was also supposed to be much longer than the original, taking anywhere from 20 to 40 hours to beat. That might take a while, but even with that in mind, not much will be able to pull me out of this one. I played quite a bit of indie games last year. One indie game in particular that I found quite a bit of enjoyment in was Freedom Planet. Freedom Planet was an overall enjoyable experience with smooth gameplay, a beautiful world, and a colorful cast of characters. With the game's success, a sequel was inevitably on its way, and it's looking to be just as exciting as the original, if not more. The story follows the events of Freedom Planet 1, following the rise of a new villain named America awakening from her prison after the destruction of the Kingdom Stone. Some new characters besides America are also set to show up, including Carol's sister Corazon and the wannabe hero Captain Kala. Really, the only thing I don't like is the new art style. It's not horrendous, but it just feels off compared to the original. Call it nostalgia blindness if you will, but I do not see myself liking the direction that this art style is going. Besides that, this looks to be one crazy new adventure from his hero pants. Now we go from the Blue Blur's pupil to the Hedgehog himself. As many of you know, Sonic's career has been a massive roller coaster since day one. While games like Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations were great, then we have games like Sonic 06, Rise of Lyric, and the clunky mess that is Sonic Free Riders. Though it's a good thing Sonic Mania is looking to bring back the Speeding Blue Stream back to simpler days. Much like games like Cave Story and the previously mentioned Freedom Planet, Sonic Mania looks to be a game that harkens back to the golden age of 8-bit and 16-bit gaming glory. No crybaby princesses, no stupid mechanical lizards, and absolutely no awkward motion controls are going to get in the way of pure nostalgia in this blast from the past. The levels in this game will include remixed versions of the classic stages, as well as brand new levels to keep things new. The game is also set to have the original trio from the Genesis days, consisting of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Though I do kinda wish some of the more modern characters appeared as well. Anyways, this game should definitely be a long-awaited break from the mess that the Blue Hedgehog has gotten itself into as of late, and I'm definitely hoping things improve for him later down the line. So last summer, I started playing the games in the Kingdom Hearts series, and I have to say, I'm really having fun with what I've played so far. While the final chapter of the saga is still in its near eternal hiatus, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is looking to fill the time gap between now and whatever Kingdom Hearts 3 decided to finally come out of development hell. While I know I said this list wouldn't include remakes, and this game will include a remake of Dreamed Out Distance, I'm going to allow it this time due to the extra chapters that will be included in this game. Kingdom Hearts 0.2, a fragmentary passage, is set to pick up where Birth by Sleep, aka the best Kingdom Hearts so far, left off. It features Aqua after having recovered from her banishment into the realm of darkness and learning some dark secrets of King Mickey himself. On the other hand, Back Cover is a 1-hour cinematic showcasing the earliest point in the Kingdom Hearts lore, specifically explaining some hidden details regarding the Keyblade War. While both of these entries will hopefully answer a lot of unanswered questions fans of the series such as me have, the reason why this game isn't any higher is because of the lack of content this game has to offer. Besides the Dreamed Out Distance remastering, the entirety of this collection will likely last around 1.5 to 2 hours at most. Despite this, the collection should cover up the gap between now and whenever Square Enix and Disney decide to put out Kingdom Hearts 3. The end is near, guys. Draw your keyblades. While I am more comfortable supporting familiar names that I can trust to make great content, new IPs can also become really exciting and generate plenty of hype. Ever Oasis is one of those IPs, and its concepts and ideas look very promising. In a world inspired by ancient Egyptian aesthetics, a young seedling named Tethu sets off on a quest to rebuild society in the middle of a vast desert, as well as find their missing brother after he was spirited away by the forces of chaos. Tethu can recruit fellow members of tribes that the seedling comes across and form parties of 3 to fight enemies possessed and manipulated by the evil chaos, as well as develop the Oasis by forming shops and developing new equipment obtained from defeated enemies or salvaged from dangerous dungeons. Not much else is known about this game, but hopefully the little sprout will have plenty of fun at their revival. Continuing with what I said in the previous segment, I've also found myself looking forward to another brand new name in gaming, Horizon Zero Dawn. Having been in development since 2011, Horizon Zero Dawn is set in a world overrun by machinery. It stars a young hunter named Aloy who seeks to find the truth behind the dangers that have made her a living hermit sheltered for her entire life. The game is set to be an overworld experience, not unlike Monster Hunter or Elder Scrolls. The main story will guide Aloy throughout the world she has been kept away from for so long, while side quests are given from various tribes that she meets during her adventure. The game will also feature a crafting feature where Aloy can use materials spoiled from the machines she defeats and use them to create items and tools to aid her journey, similar to what Ever Oasis is trying to do. Not much left to say here, but hopefully this game will turn out just as fun and not like the mess Aloy is stuck in. Looks like I'm not done with the introductions. Just like Freedom Planet and Kingdom Hearts, yet another game series that I was introduced to last year was the PlayStation best-selling racer Gran Turismo. While I haven't played much of the series yet, I am legitimately interested in seeing what the rest of the series has to offer. One big chance to really experience the high-pack racing action this game series has to offer is coming next year in the form of Gran Turismo 7 Sport. The 7th installment in the Gran Turismo series is said to be the beginning of a brand new generation of Gran Turismo games. Like past installments, this game will feature a campaign, arcade mode, and multiplayer mode, but new to this series is a new virtual reality mode taking advantage of the PS4's new virtual reality features. Alongside the aforementioned modes, the FIA also plans to hold an international online event where players represent their home countries and favorite vehicle brands. While I personally will not partake in this worldwide competition myself, I am curious to see just who comes out on top. Time to start your engines, world! Oh yeah, you knew this game would be on here! Much like Horizon Zero Dawn, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has been in development for such a long time, and it's finally reaching the end of its long and arduous time in development. Breath of the Wild will be one of the very first games to come to Nintendo's next big console, the Nintendo Switch. Let me just say, Breath of the Wild is looking more promising every second we get closer to the release of the game. Unlike past games in the series, Breath of the Wild is set to be an open-world adventure set in a setting completely different from past entries, which is set to be approximately 12 times the size of Twilight Princess's world. This incarnation of Link has awakened from a 100-year slumber to eliminate an omnipotent force known only as Calamity Ganon. Gee, and I thought 7 years at Ocarina of Time was bad. Alongside the change in story, is a massive change in the overall gameplay. Link now possesses a piece of ancient technology known as the Sheikah Slate, which serves as a map and radar Link can use to track important locations. Along the way, Link can also upgrade his Slate to make bombs to cover even more secrets, act as a magnet to pull objects towards him, and eventually even to freeze time as well. Considering how long this game has been in development, it can either become the most critically acclaimed game of the year or the biggest letdown. Here's hoping it's the former. Let's look at the obligatory "is Marvel baby" joke out of the way for this one. When rumors of Marvel vs. Capcom 4 were first made a few weeks ago, most fans of the series were very skeptical due to how shoddily the leaks were put together. Because of this, it would have been no surprise that when the apparently clearly fake leaks turned out to be, well, not fake, the hype that was created overflowed the entire planet. Not much is known about this game at the moment, but the game is set to focus more on story than previous installments, and certain characters like Mega Man X will play more vital roles in the campaign. Of particular interest regarding this game are the 6 Infinity Stones from the Marvel Universe, which will let players customize their playstyle, working similarly to the groove system from Capcom vs. SNK 2. One thing that bugs me about this game is the decision to downgrade Marvel vs. Capcom 3's 3 vs. 3 system to a 2 vs. 2 system, but if it's to make the game more accessible to newer players, then I'm not too annoyed by it. With all that said, time to get hyped. The ultimate showdown is here. Before I unveil my most hyped game next year, here are the honorable mentions. Mario Sports Superstars. This is looking to be one marathon of fun. Lady Layton. New Layton, same old puzzles. Pikmin 2017. An interesting new take on this series of puzzles and multitasking. Story of Seasons. Trio of Towns. Another game, another love life. And finally, Tekken 7. Time to bring closure to one of the most messed up families in gaming. One of my favorite video game series of all time is definitely Dragon Quest. While the main series Dragon Quest games are certainly excellent in many ways, the spin-offs like Rocket Slime and Monsters have also been really fun experiences as well. One of my favorites, however, is the PS4 game Dragon Quest Heroes. Tight gameplay, amazing visuals, and plain nostalgia make it this blur of a game, and the best part? They're making a sequel. The amount of hype that I have for Dragon Quest Heroes 2 is beyond the flame tax in all 5 of my horns combined! Unlike the sequels to Gravity Rush and Freedom Planet, Dragon Quest Heroes 2 will be a separate story from the first game, centering around a war between 7 kingdoms written in prophecy, and the quest of the heroes to bring peace to the warring armies. Despite the change in setting, some characters from the first Heroes will be making reappearances, as well as some fan favorites due to the Heroes series. One big change to the game is how the overworld will work. Instead of various separate locations like in the previous game, this game is said to have a large overworld for the party to explore, as well as several invitation stones to let the player access previous areas again. Another new addition is the job system for games like Dragon Quest 6 and 9. Like in most games, switching classes allows for each character to use different types of equipment, as well as giving them different strengths and abilities. Easily the best new addition to the game is the new multiplayer mode, letting 4 players team up to take on hordes upon hordes of monsters and difficult bosses in multiplayer missions, as well as to complete the new Time Labyrinth, appealing to longtime fans. All of this makes Dragon Quest Heroes 2 my most hyped game of 2017. I'm the Blazing Norvesta, and here's to a brand new year in gaming.
We now return to battling seizure robots.